Hi everybody, this is Crystal. So today I'm going to show you how to make these coasters right here. Now you can make a whole set of them. It's made with the puff star stitch, or some people call it the Jasmine stitch. Now I do have a matching placemat also on my channel. It's a little bit older of a video, may not be as good as quality as this one, but it still is a matching it's made with the same yarn and the same stitch, so I'll put a link to that below in the description box so you can check that out in case you want to make that to match. Also, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. In the description box you'll also find auto subscribe link, and if you click on that, you'll automatically be subscribed to my channel and you'll never miss any of my tutorials. So let's go ahead and get started on this. Okay, for this project I am using Peaches and Cream 100% cotton yarn. It's a 4-weight cotton. Now, you don't have to use this brand, but I highly recommend that you use a 100% cotton 4-weight. If you don't use cotton for a coaster, it really won't soak up water that well. If you try using acrylic, it's just not going to soak it up that well. I mean, you can use acrylic. It's going to turn out the same. It's just not going to be a good water soaker. So, the only downfall to using cotton when you're doing puff stitches is sometimes it splits. It's not the easiest material to make puff stitches with, but we do the best that we can because cotton works much better for coasters and stuff like that than acrylic. The color I'm using is mint, and then I have some regular plain white to go around the edges, and I'm also going to be using a size J, which is a 6mm crochet hook. Okay, we want to start off with a chain of 2. Now we're going to work a puff stitch into the very first stitch. So to work a puff, what we're going to do is just kind of draw up a little bit. We're going to yarn over, go into that first stitch, and draw up a loop. Now we want to do that 3 times. So that was 1, yarn over, go into the same stitch again, draw up a loop. That's 2 times. And again, we're going to yarn over, go into that same first stitch, draw up a loop. That's 3 times. Now you will have 7 loops on your hook. Now you want to yarn over and go through all 7, but you don't want to let this string go through. So I kind of just hold it here, like with my middle finger, like that. So I grab it and I pull it through all the loops. As you can see, this string didn't go all the way through. Now I'm going to put my hook under it like that, and then I'm going to pull it kind of tight. Now I'm going to yarn over and go through that first loop, and then I'm going to yarn over and go through both loops. So that's like right here, we're just doing a single crochet, and then we're going to chain 1. So that is our first puff. Now what we're going to do is a set of 2 puffs. So we're going to put our first puff here, and the next puff will go right here where we put our first puff. So we're going to draw up a loop a bit, yarn over and go into this space here, which is that single crochet we did, and draw up a loop 3 times. So that's 1, 2, and 3. 7 loops, but don't go through all 7 of them. Now what we're going to do is make a puff into this stitch over here. So go ahead and yarn over, go into that first stitch again, draw up a loop 3 times. That's 1, 2, 3 times. Now you'll have 13 loops on your hook. Now we're going to put your middle finger there to hold that yarn. Yarn over and go through all the loops on your hook. Put your hook and grab that yarn that you were holding. Pull it kind of tight. If you just pull up on it, it'll pull it tight. Yarn over and go through that first stitch, and then go ahead and yarn over and do a single crochet and chain 1. So now our puffs are kind of connected. Now what we're going to do is another set of 2 puffs. So we're going to put our first one here and our next one right here into the center. This is forming our star. So right here is going to be the center of it. So draw up a loop. Make your first puff right here into the single crochet. So yarn over, go in, draw up a loop 3 times. So that's 1, 2, and 3. 7 loops, but don't go through all 7 of them. Now we're going to go right over here to this space and do another puff. So yarn over, go in, drop a loop 3 times. That's 1, 2, and 3. You'll have 13 loops now, so you want to hold it back with your middle finger, yarn over and go through all the loops on your hook. Grab that loop, pull it tight just by pulling up on that yarn or on this string here. Yarn over and go through that first one, and go ahead and yarn over and do a single crochet and chain 1. So you can see how our star is starting to form. It's got 3 arms on it. We're going to keep doing sets of 2 puffs, and so again we're going to do a set of 2, first one here, and the next one will be into the middle of the star. So go ahead and do another puff right here in this space 3 times. That's 1, 2, 3, and then we'll go ahead and do another one right here into the center. 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to need to yarn over and go through all the loops on our hook. Grab that one, pull it tight, yarn over, go through the first loop, and then go ahead and yarn over and do a single crochet and a chain 1. Now our star has 4 arms. So again, first puff, second puffs, now we need to yarn over and go through all the loops on our hook. Grab this yarn here, pull it tight, yarn over, go through that first loop, and yarn over and go through both loops, chain 1. Okay, now you can see that we have 5 arms on our star. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now what we're going to do is a set of 3 puffs. So the first one will go here, the next one in the middle, and the third one is going to go right here on the outside, and this is going to start another star out here. So go ahead and make your first puff. Oh, chain 1, make your first puff. Next puff goes into the center of the star. Third puff is way over here. It's a little awkward with all them loops on your hook, but you'll be able to do it. Like that. Now put your middle finger in there to hold that yarn. Yarn over, go through all the loops on your hook. Put your hook through there and pull them tight. Yarn over and go through that first loop. And then yarn over and single crochet, chain 1. And now you can see, pull that, your tail, close that up, that you have 6 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points on your star. Okay, now you want to use some type of stitch marker. I'm just going to put a piece of yarn right here. So now what I'm going to do is start off with a group of 2 puffs. So right here and then right here in this spot. So go ahead and do your first puff into this first single crochet. And then the next puff goes right over here in this little space. grab your yarn, yarn over, go through all the loops on your hook, grab that yarn with your hook, pull it tight, yarn over, go through the first, and yarn over and single crochet and chain 1. Now I'm going to do another set of 2 puffs here into this first single crochet, and the next one right here into the eye of this star. Yarn over, go through all the loops, grab that loop with your hook, pull it tight, yarn over, go through the first loop, yarn over, single crochet and chain 1. So now we're going to do a group of 3 puffs. So here, here, and then right up here. Yarn over and go through all the loops on your hook, grab that one, pull it tight, yarn over, go through that one loop, yarn over, single crochet and chain 1. Okay, now we're going to do a set of 2 puffs. So right here and right here in the center of this star. Yarn over, go through all the loops on your hook, grab it, pull it tight, yarn over, go through that first loop, and yarn over, single crochet, chain 1. Now we're going to do a set of 3 puffs here, here, and there. I know doing the set of 3 is, I think, a little bit harder, but now it's a set of 2 puffs, so right here and right here. Okay, now it's a set of 3 puffs again, here, here, and up here. Set up 2 puffs here and in the center of this star here. set of 3 puffs again. So here, center of the star, then right up here in this spot. Set of 2 puffs here and here. Now a set of 3 puffs here, here, and here. Now we're going to do one more set of 3 to end this round. So here, here, and here. We'll be back at the stitch marker. So a set of 3 again. We just did a set of 3 and we're going to do another set of 3. Like that. Now, if you count, you should have 12 puffs all the way around on the edges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Take that stitch marker out. Now what we're going to do is go around the edges. So I'm going to chain 1, and I am going to put 2 single crochets into the same stitch right here. So we're not doing any more puffs. Like that. Now I'm going to do 2 single crochets into the top of this puff here. So kind of just grab the top loop on the front side and then on the back side and do 2 single crochets through that puff, just the top of it, and then 2 through that little hole, eye of the star, and 2 through the top of the next puff. So kind of just grab those top 2 stitches there of the puff, 2 single crochets, and 2 through the eye of the star, and we're going to repeat that all the way around. 2 through the top of the puff, 2 through the eye of the star, 2 into the eye of the puff, and 2 through the eye of the star. So I'm just going to repeat this pattern all the way around until I get back to the beginning. Okay, when you make it all the way around, you want to go ahead and end with a slip stitch into your first single crochet. Not that chain one, but the first single. And you can go ahead and clip that yarn off. And you should have a total of 48 single crochets all the way around. I'm going to change to a different color now. I'm going to use some white. So you can start in any stitch that you want. I'm just going to kind of start over here anywhere you want. And go through the stitch and chain 1. Now work 2 single crochets back into that same stitch. Now I want to skip 2 stitches, so skip, skip, and I'm going to work 5 double crochets into the next stitch. So it's like a shell. So 5 double crochets is what makes our shell. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now I'm going to skip 2 again, skip, skip, and I'm going to put 2 singles into the next. 1, 2. Now I'm just going to kind of repeat that. Skip 2, skip, skip, and put a shell into the next. So 5 double crochets into the next. Skip 2, skip, skip, 2 singles into the next. Skip 2, skip, skip, and shell into the next. So I'm going to repeat this pattern all the way around until I get back to the beginning. I'll skip 2, 2 singles, skip 2, shell, skip 2, 2 singles, skip 2, shell, all the way back around until I get back to the beginning. Okay, once you make it all the way around, you want to go ahead and you should end it in a shell, and you got 2 stitches left to skip. Go ahead and skip them and end with the slip stitch into your first single crochet and tie that off. And now you should have 8 shells total. I'm going to go ahead and hide all them tails, and then that's it. And make a whole set of them. I think they turned out pretty cute. Now remember, I do have a matching placemat too, and I'll put the link to that below in the description box. That's it. That's all there is to it. I hope you enjoyed my tutorial, and I hope that you were able to follow along okay. I know this isn't always the easiest stitch, so I tried to explain it the best that I could. And please don't forget to check out all my other tutorials. I have hundreds of them. Until next time, have a good day.